Alright everybody, we're still in Jacobstown for right now. Not much else we're going to do here right now. I just wanted to show off just kind of a funny little Easter egg here. These bungalows over on the side, no one lives in them, but there is some minor loot in a couple of them. And I just wanted to show off this one over here. Light it up a little bit. Someone was playing cards, a lot of whiskey, and someone died. Why is he dead? Yeah, that would do it. Especially since the other guy's got one of the kings already. Whenever 6 kings show up, that's generally a sign that something's wrong. Okay, I just want to go... Wow, frame rate is dropping. Now, choices. I think I'll skip. I'll just skip out on grabbing the brain from the fort. I'll just head. You know what? Screw it. Let's go to the fort. I've been putting off the main quest long enough. Let's. There we go. So many quests. I need to bring that back up. Okay, Cottonwood Cove. See this guy?
Awe.
This guy gets it.
True to Kaisar. Awe, are you ready to head upriver? I am Cursar Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
Let's go.
The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
It's a raft.
Awe.
Wait a second. What's going on? Am I playing Virgil to your Dante? I'd like to assume that we're tiptoeing into the mouth of hell out of academic curiosity, but I'm not so open-minded that I've lost my brains.
Okay, the reason I took Arcade here is because to unlock his full quest, I need to get him to trust me, sort of like Boone. But it's it's both easier and more difficult. I need to take him to certain places for part of it, and part of it requires certain dialogue choices at certain points. Like this one is probably my best choice here.
Short of canceling our imminent travel plans, that's the best thing you could have said. Just be careful. If we travel at Caesar's pleasure, he may not let us out as easily as he lets us in.
Wait. By order of Kaisar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. This order also extends to the platinum chip you carry. For now.
Okay, banned items, that includes any drugs, but also any stim packs I'm carrying. Makes assassinating Caesar kind of a problem if you choose to do that. But, sure, I agree.
Belongings will be returned to you when you leave. True to Kaisar.
Thanks for getting in the way, Cursor.
Awe.
Alright.
Way. True to Kaisar.
Ranks of crucified slaves. Oh, wait. They're already dead. Yeah, welcome to the Heart of Darkness, folks. I'm not sure if I talked about it before, but, okay, Caesar's Legion actually has some merits. They just didn't really get a chance to show much of the regions that Caesar controls with the time they had to make the game. Yes, it's a brutally oppressive slave state, but by all accounts, that's much better than what it used to be. It used to be just warring bands of raiders and bandits and stuff.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
Meh. Well, let's see what he has for sale.
Have a look.
Not much. And okay, back to what I was saying. Also, to tell the truth, the whole thing isn't just slaves. There's profligates who are, well, they're not allowed to vote or anything, or don't get a say in any of the decisions, but they also aren't enslaved. They're just allowed to sort of do their own thing, at least until they take off a legionary. Alright, we need to go up the hill.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
As well they should. Oh, look. Little legionaries learning how to murder and torture.
Hello. See ya.
Away. True to Caesar.
Good. You'll be a legionary yet.
Ugh.
Hello.
I'm harsh on the children, but
What?
they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them. What the fuck was that? I've seen crippled slaves move faster.
That's all kinds of messed up. The frame rate's dropping a bit. Computer's been running a little hotter lately.
True to Caesar.
What's that?
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man.
No thanks.
Go.
Oh, how rude. Well, if I'd have allowed Benny to run off, he'd have wound up here and I'd have had the chance to fight him in the arena, give him an honorable death. But, mostly I probably just would have shot him in the face with his own gun. Let's see if I can find Lupa. Hold on. This is a little more sensitive than... Okay, he's over here. Okay. There we go.
The mechanical dog you have with you. Where did you get it? I ask because Caesar once had a similar pet, but it was lost during a battle. Lupa. Yes, she's the mother of a lot of our best dogs. She's getting old, but she's still a tough old bitch. Aren't you, girl?
Nice.
Yeah. Cyberdog? Like the ones I've seen up in Denver? I know what you're talking about. And it would make Lupa immortal, in a way.
I'll ask.
Not too common, but you still see him around. You give Lupa a worthy death in the arena, and her brain is yours. Don't let your guard down just because she's old, though. Oh, and standard arena rules still apply. You don't get to wear armor, and you get only a machete for a weapon.
That's gonna suck.
All right. You've been a good dog, Lupa. Die well, girl.
People are so messed up. Why did I target that one? And why is it 0% to hit when she's literally right next to me? Wow, she hits like a truck. Finally. There we go. It's going to be listing the stuff I got added for a while now, isn't it? Whoops. Shouldn't whip that out in the fort. Let's go talk to Caesar.
You must enter Kaisar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
Yeah, you gotta be careful around the Praetorian Guard. That's a ballistic fist. That's the highest tier unarmed weapon. Sorry, Rex.
Okay. Just don't be gone long. I sunburn easily.
Some of the slaves...
Arcade, how do you have you survived out in the desert for this long? Okay. Finally, we're gonna talk to Caesar.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. The garrison I established at Nelson has been wiped out. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking?
It's actually pretty funny because there's like 4 or 5 more things you can do to thwart his plans, and if you list them all off and then just say death to tyrants, it's probably one of the funnier ways to go things. But yeah.
And you fell for that? Really? Because I'm going to have you killed now.
No, he won't.
Relax. I'm fucking with you.
What a
You
jerk.
do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You assassinate the head of the chairman in his own casino and get away with it. Then something happens to Mr. House's robot, some kind of military upgrade. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started? The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching. Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip you were carrying. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye.
He's paranoid, but with good reason. And that's aside from the brain tumor. Yeah, he's got a brain tumor. And actually, if you want to be a real jerk about it, you can sell him Arcade Gannon as a personal physician.
What a load of Brahmin shit. Can you believe that guy? A fair point. But from the perspective of someone west of the Colorado, the man is clearly out of his mind. Maybe he didn't intend for things to wind up this way. But that doesn't mean he needs to perpetuate this bizarre anachronistic myth. And it doesn't mean that we should sit by and nod our heads at every absurd faux Roman casus belli he can dream up. He's a tyrant, the bad kind, and there's no way we're letting him take Hoover Dam.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Oh, shut up. No one likes you.
Lead the way.
Let's go. Alright, I need to start up the quest again. Now, obviously, I'm not going to finish this quest. Well, not in the way he expects, but oh, I can lead everyone's side on for so long doing this.
Lupa met an honorable death in the arena.
Oh, wow.
Some of the slaves have been
That's
spreading
12.7 millimeter SMG. That's one of the top tier weapons in the game. Definitely not something I want to fight right now. Wait, oh, door's on this side. Mouse isn't working. Does that guy have a chainsaw? Yes, he does. Don't want to fight that either.
Kaiser has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him. Kaiser has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it.
Oh, I'm not. Or rather, Caesar's not worth my trust.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Broken. Ammo. Empty. Where's the switch? Oh. Wait. Okay, good. He has his laser rifle back. And he didn't take my gun. Yeah, that's probably my best bet down here.
Just as a warning, my covert bandaging skills are a little rusty.
Ah, I love how snarky he is. Okay, good.
I see you reached your destination safely. Shall we get to work? As you know, the Platinum chip upgrades my Securitron's operating software. Well, there's an army of them here. The Securitrons policing the strip are a fraction of the total number manufactured. The rest I stored here. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at.
Nah.
My army will do what an army does best. Defend territory from invaders and maintain order.
That seems ominous.
The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself.
I probably can.
I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so.
Oh boy. Alright. That's not good. Oh, that seems annoying. Fun. Yeah. Bad robot. Can I shut them down? I didn't want that, I wanted the pencil. Okay. Sentry bots. Oh boy. This one. Yeah. There we go. Okay, turrets are off. Don't have enough science to get that one. Don't need pulse grenades. Gonna take plasma grenades though, those sell really well. Nope. Oh boy. Let's go for a body shot. Turret's shut down. So many Securitrons. Yeah, those are the heavy-duty turrets. Best to leave them off.
Please stand clear. This is now a free zone.
I keep hitting the wrong button, sorry. Okay, looks like Arcade's handling things. Bad robot. Okay. One more. I think that's all of the hostiles in the area. Must have fried itself trying to fix this. And that's what set off the security alert. Another turret. Protectron. Yeah. Okay, this way. Yep. Gonna need to take some rat away. Yeah, there are turrets all over the place. Hmm. Yeah. Aw. Alright, what am I gonna upgrade? Okay, get that up to 75. Sneak. Put the other points into lockpick. What am I gonna get at level 18? Nah. That might be good. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, better criticals. Oh, that is going to hurt someone so bad. Let's get out of here.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind.
Okay.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. Let's press on, shall we? As I was telling you before, I want Mr. House out of the picture. You have an interest in his death, too. If he knows that you destroyed his gadgets beneath the fort, he will strike back. You know where to find him. How he dies, I leave up to
you. Before I take him off, actually I'm not going to take him off this time, but I do want to hear what he has to say about some stuff.
It's called an autodoc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science. What did you want to know? My Praetorians embody the martial ideals of my legion. Each one of them has done enough conquering and killing to deserve the rank of Centurion. Instead, I invited them to join my guard. So the invitee chooses whichever current guard he thinks is weakest and challenges him. The fight is to the death. It keeps them from getting complacent. Lucius has been the head of my guard for 5 years now. He was a subordinate guard for 8 before that. No invitee has dared to challenge him yet. Maybe it's an issue of respect. He is getting on in years. What else? Linnaeus is the greatest of my battlefield commanders. Some might call him a great man, but I'm not sure he qualifies. Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. Maniacal in battle. Sometimes he'd ambush Legion patrols by himself. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hydebarks camp, their chieftain raised a banner of surrender. The warrior, who was not yet Linnaeus, went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and attacked his own tribe. He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die, obviously. I had him tended to. He was maimed, most of his face torn off. It was days before he regained consciousness. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet I'd had forged to cover his face. I said he could have it if he'd fight for me. He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. I said, make it the adult males, and you have a deal. Neus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my legion. But this has its uses. He has no attachment to his men, no compunction about battlefield losses. All he cares about is destroying the enemy. When another legatus or a centurion fails to achieve results, I send Neus to make things right. His first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the ritual of decimatio.
I know what that is.
It means decimation. But in ancient Rome, the word had a very specific meaning. A punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward and is beaten to death by his brothers. It instills a certain robust obedience. Yes. This time my legionaries will be more frightened of the commander behind them than the enemy before them. There will be no failure this time, no retreat, no years of gathering slaves and resources for another assault. With Linnaeus to drive the legion forward, the dam will be taken. It will be our bridgehead across the Colorado.
Interesting.
It's not going to happen again. That's all I have to say about it.
He might actually order me assassinated if I push the point.
And I've heard it's a bad idea to tempt the wrath of Caesar. Change the subject.
Yeah.
What else?
I actually don't know this story yet because I mostly assassinate him before I talk to him, so.
Ironically, I was born a profligate myself, a citizen of the NCR. My family lived not far from the Great Boneyard. After raiders killed my father, my mother sought the followers' protection. I was 2 years old. She found work at their library, cooking and cleaning. I learned how to read, and soon I was taking courses, free of charge.
Interesting.
Oh yes, raised in that tradition. And the teaching stuck. I was taught it was my responsibility to bring the torch of knowledge to the waste. I may have taken the torch part more literally than they intended. When I was 20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first expedition. Just me and a physician named Calhoun. As an anthropologist and linguist, my assignment was to learn the dialects of the Grand Canyon tribes. What a fucking waste of time. If you think it's worthwhile to make smart people learn how to talk like backward savages, you're a follower of the apocalypse, or an idiot. Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary who already knew a bunch of dialects, Joshua Graham. He was supposed to teach me, but before that went too far, the Blackfoot tribe captured us to hold us for ransom. They were a backward bunch, but the real problem was they didn't know how to fight. The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes, each just as pissant as they were. But outnumbered like that, they weren't going to last long. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be lashed to a sinking ship. So over Calhoun's objections, I decided to take certain steps. I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip and clean them, how to breathe when pulling a trigger, how to reload ammunition. They looked at me like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make explosives and started drilling them on small unit tactics. If there's anything I learned as a follower of the apocalypse, it's that there's a lot of good information in old books. Divide et impera, divide and conquer. I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they refused to surrender, I ordered every man, woman, and child killed. When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers village and showed him the corpse piles. This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war, raiding each other, a little rape and pillage here, a little ransoming there. I showed them total warfare. Like I said, there's a lot you can learn from old books.
Yeah, he takes the whole Roman thing very seriously.
Kaibabs joined me, and the Fredonians after that. All the pissant tribes with names that should be forgotten. I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribal identities, replacing them with a monolithic culture, a uniform identity. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I crowned myself Caesar and created a single great tribe, my legion. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me, back west with a message that I should not be interfered with. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my first legatus.
And came to a bad end. Well, not so much an end.
That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. Finally, my legion will have its Rome. What? 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 Complete your mission and return to me.
Neat. I don't think I want to be accepted in the Legion. For one thing, I'm not sure that Arcade is going to be too happy with it. Rex doesn't care. Rex doesn't judge.
Lead the way. What's up? See you.
Okay, I think that's all I have time for. Might have even gone a little over time. So, Rex, what are you doing? Stop that. So until next time, remember, like, comment, subscribe, especially comment. I like hearing what people think, how people think I'm doing and what they think I can do better. And I'll see you next time.